Now we are going to talk about electronegativity. It is one of the periodic property that we were talking about yesterday. We talked about atomic radius, ionization potential, electron affinity. Today we are going to talk about electronegativity. So let us talk about first the definition of electronegativity. Electronegativity is the tendency of an atom to attract electron towards itself when combined in a compound. This is a very important term here. It is not the amount of energy required or released. It is the tendency of an atom to attract electron towards itself when combined in a compound. Electronegativity, you can understand, normally we know electronegativity of the non-metals is more, and the metals are known as electropositive. So let us talk about all these now. The factors that affect the electronegativity are, there are two factors here: the atomic size and the nuclear charge. Now the nuclear charge and atomic size, again we have read in the previous topics also. As the atomic size is going to increase, electronegativity is going to decrease. As atomic size will increase, there will be less force of attraction on the outer electron. Obviously they are going to attract the other electrons with they have less tendency of attracting the electron towards itself. Now the nuclear charge increases, more force of attraction on the outer electron, so the electronegativity is going to increase. Now let us talk about how this electronegativity is going to change across a period. Now the factors across a period, we talk about atomic radius. What happens to the atomic size of the radius? It decreases. So when the atomic size decreases, electronegativity increases. So across a period, electronegativity must increase. Now the next important factor that we talked about, nuclear charge increases. The nuclear charge is going to increase, electronegativity is going to increase. So what is the net effect? Across a period, the electronegativity increases. So it means that alkali metals are, in a period, alkali metals are least electronegative, while the halogens are the most electronegative elements. Now we know in the entire periodic table, fluorine is the most electronegative element, and non-metals will not show any kind of electronegativity because they have stable electronic configuration. They do not have a tendency of attracting the electron. So now we know that as we move across a period, the element they become more electronegative. So normally when we see in a periodic table, we move from the metals to the non-metals. So we can say that the metals are more electropositive, while the non-metals, they are electronegative. That is, when we move across, electronegativity increases. Now then we talk about down a group, about the electronegativity. Again there are two factors, atomic size and the nuclear charge. Nuclear charge will not be considered as we have not considered in the other cases also. So we see atomic size increases, so what should happen to the electronegativity? It should decrease. So as we move down the group, the electronegativity decreases. So what we have seen here, that electronegativity increases across a period till the halogens, from the alkali metals till the halogen, and fluorine is the most electronegative element. And down a group, the electronegativity decreases. Now we come on to the next important topic, that is the metallic and the non-metallic character. Now we can say, what is the metallic character? It is a property of losing electron. What are metals? Those elements which lose electrons. So the property of losing the electron is the metallic character. So sometimes they may lose 1, 2 or 3 electron depending upon their electronic configuration. Then non-metallic character, it is a property of gaining the electron. Some atoms have a tendency of gaining the electron once they are supplied with energy. So tendency of gaining the electron is a metallic character, and tendency of losing the electron is metallic character here. That was non-metallic character. Now the factors affecting, again we are going to talk about the factors here. The first factor is the atomic radius, and the second one is ionization potential. As the atomic radius is going to increase, the metallic character is going to increase. as the atomic radius will increase, the size of the atom will be more, there will be less force of attraction on the outer electrons, so the electrons can easily be lost. So size is bigger, less force of attraction on the outer electrons, and the electrons can be lost easily. So they have a metallic character. And if the atomic size is increasing, what happen to the non-metallic character? It is going to decrease. There is less tendency of gaining the electron. So if the atomic size will decrease, then the non-metallic character will increase. But the increase in the atomic size, the non-metallic character is going to decrease. Now the ionization potential, that is, remember the amount of energy required to remove an electron from the outermost shell of an isolated gaseous atom. So if the ionization potential will be more, metallic character will be less. If more energy will be required to remove the electrons will not be easily lost. So the metallic character will be less. So if there is increase in the ionization potential, the non-metallic character is going to increase. So what happens across a period? Atomic size decreases. So the metallic character also decreases. There will be size, the size is small, more force of attraction, there is less tendency of losing electron, and the non-metallic character will increase, that is the tendency of gaining electron increases because of the more attraction on the outer shells. Then the IP increases, the metallic character decreases, and the non-metallic character increases. So what we see across a period is that the metallic character decreases and the non-metallic character increases. And what we can conclude from here is that metals, they have large atomic size and low ionization potential, while non-metals, they have small atomic size and high ionization potential. Now you remember, across a period, the metallic character decreases. And we see that also, like we start from the alkaline earth metals, and then we come on to those transition elements, all metallic, and then after that post transition we have weak metals, and then we have the non-metals. So as we move across the period, we are moving from the metallic to the non-metallic elements. That is the element with the large atomic size to the elements with the small atomic size, and the element with low ionization potential to the elements with high ionization potential. And then now we come into down the group. Now down the group, what happens? The atomic size increases, so the metallic character must increase and the non-metallic character must decrease. Ionization potential decreases, so the metallic character increases and the non-metallic character decreases. So what we see when we move down a group, the metallic character increases and the non-metallic character decreases. Same was, so this is a net effect, that is metallic character increases down a group and the non-metallic character decreases down a group. So these are the properties that we talked about in these videos. Like yesterday we talked about the atomic radius, electron affinity, ionization potential. You need to learn their definitions, correct definitions as they are being given in the book, and the factors affecting them. They can be asked the reasoning question, you may be asked to arrange the elements accordingly. So you need to know all these things. Thank you.